If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, my turn. Estimating hand position, calculating distance to middle point, transforming distance into muscle activation. 3, 2, 1. And I missed. Imagine if every time we wanted to move, we had to think about it consciously and go through all the computations one by one. Fortunately, the brain takes care of this. We often take it for granted that we are able to move so effortlessly. Only when we lose the ability to do so because of an injury or a disease are we able to realize how important the ability to move is. Therefore, it is very important that we understand the basic sciences of how the brain controls movement. In my PhD, I studied how the brain controls stacking movement, such as driving. When we turn the wheel to follow the bend on the road, we parse our movement into sub-movement, which occur at a frequency of 2 to 3 times per second. We asked why we move at this very specific rate of 2 to 3 times per second, and we found that there's an extrinsic factor and an intrinsic factor. First, I will explain the extrinsic factor, and I will start with a simple demonstration. If you hold your hands apart from each other, and now with your eyes closed, try to touch the fingertips. Okay, did you succeed? I didn't. Apparently it is very difficult to move without having any information about the external world. We need to use visual information to guide our movement. However, humans are very slow at processing visual information. It takes at least a quarter of a second to react to a visual stimulus, and this is 10,000 times slower than an average computer nowadays. Thus, the extrinsic factor is that humans are very slow at processing visual information. But there's also an intrinsic factor. We found that in the motor area of the brain, there's an internal clock which ticks at the same rate as movements occur, that is, at 2 to 3 times per second. Thus, we found an extrinsic factor and an intrinsic factor which could explain why we move at this very specific rate of 2 to 3 times per second. Now that we understand this better, we can use this knowledge to understand disease better, such as stroke. Stroke patients produce more segmented movements than healthy people do. Finally, we hope to apply this knowledge to improve rehabilitation. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.